Hi everyone, Debbie here. Perhaps you may have heard about the changes in the rules and regs from an admin who has taken the admin certification program. Or you may have heard about them from one of our members who attended our orientation class. We've mailed out the MiRealSource rules and regulation changes to our members, and a notice was mailed with the June statements. You'll need to know that there are changes to the rules in a few areas, and I will walk you through those changes right now.
The changes are, under Article 5, Rules of Operation, Public Remarks. They're restricted to the description of the property only. No third-party websites permitted, no names, contact directives, phone numbers, or other solicitations are to go into public remarks. Those are the items that go into agent remarks. Examples of what not to put in public remarks: call me, call listing broker or agent for, call for private showing, call today. Public remarks are just to describe the home, yard, area, nothing about calling. Another poor example is highest and best, due by October 5th, 2012. This only ages your listing. This is a good time to note that the description of the home doesn't go into agent remarks. Sure, we copy and paste the same info, but there's no need. They're two separate fields with two separate purposes. Cooperation and compensation. If a listing broker desires to change the commission offered after an offer has been received, the listing broker must present an addendum to the selling broker specifying the change in commission. If the selling broker doesn't agree to the change, then the listing broker must honor the original commission offered. Also, if a commission is being changed without any offers presented, the listing broker still has to be aware if a listing has been shown and an offer presented within 72 hours of that showing, the listing broker must honor the originally offered compensation instead of the changed compensation. Lastly, if a commission could be subject to a third party, this must be clearly communicated to MiRealSource participants as soon as possible. Write this in agent remarks: commission could be subject to third-party approval. No showings until or do not show. We know that there are times when a seller cannot show their home until they've cleaned up, decluttered, or painted. But what happens when a listing comes on the market with no showings, stated in the agent comments, and then the home is sold? Wow, our realtors are so good, they can sell a home without ever showing it. Yes, I know it can happen, but does this show the spirit of cooperation? Too many times we've seen this happen. We already know a letter signed by the sellers and broker must be submitted to the MLS. At the same time, the no showings until notice is added to the agent remarks. The new rule is these letters must have a specific end date, not to exceed 10 days. Also, the listing shall be marked yes as having a listing exception in the system to flag other participants of the no showing status. The standard rule to report listings sold is 48 hours. We all know the standard rule to report listings as sold is 48 hours. However, we've adjusted the time for reporting HUD properties as sold to 5 days. Remember, this is only for HUD properties. Watch for updates regarding programming changes to identify HUD properties as a subcategory under the bank-owned ownership field. There's also been a change to Article 11 regarding orientation. All new admins joining after June 1st, 2013 are required to take the admin certification program. Cost is only $10 per admin. Existing admins are grandfathered in. This is only for new incoming admins to learn the rules and regs. Our new fine schedule, effective July 1st, 2013. Listing omissions or submission errors. The first error used to be $4 and $1 for every error thereafter. Now, each error is $10, but will not exceed $30 for that listing omission. For schools, zip, or Sidwell errors, remember, area fines are a separate fine. Late listing entry or late reporting of pending or sold. This used to be a $30 fine. It is now going to be $100. Do not show, no showings until, or no offers. This was $100, but now it will be $250. Remember, you must mark these listings as having, yes, a listing exception, and a note in the agent remarks must be provided. Failure to provide the MLS with a letter from the seller instructing the listing broker to not show a property, marking it as a listing exception field is yes, or a failure to disclose in agent remarks the seller's instructions will result in a $250 fine. Public remarks. This hasn't changed. However, we want to make sure everybody is clear on the use of this area. This is only for the description of the property. The fine was and still is $50 for adding things like telephone numbers to the listing agent, websites, and other items of that. There is no change in this fine. This is just a clarification of how to avoid the fines. We can't say it enough. This is for the description of the property only.
MiRealSource maintains the accuracy of the data, and you can too. Use the correction button in the MLS listing to submit listing errors to us anonymously. We will follow up and get the listing corrected as soon as possible. For more details on the changes to the rules, they're uploaded into the MLS documents and alerts in Paragon. Thanks for watching, and feel free to call us if you have any questions. Thank you.